Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's project is making a little mini compass with your microbit. Let's get going. So popping over to makecode microbit.org, we're going to create a new project called Compass. And we're going to create. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a variable first of all that will store our compass heading. We're going to call that degrees. And we're going to have a forever loop that picks up on the compass setting within the microbit. I can't remember which block it was in, so I just started searching for compass in there and then just drag that into the block there. And on the emulator, I can simulate me spinning the microbit around by the little eye thing at the top here has got an arrow on it now, and this is telling me this this microbit is facing 90 degrees to the right. So I spin that around. Let's go south, so that would be 180, and then 270, sorry, and then all the way to the top it gets to 360, 369, and then goes back to 0. So that's how the simulator works. Nothing's showing on the screen because we've not coded anything on the screen. So basically we need to set some parameters to for our compass heading, and if we click in the logic box, we're going to take this one and we're going to do some logic, and we want to say if degree, our variable degree, if degree is less than 90, no, so the way we're going to do this, if you can imagine, let's see if I can let me just open up a paint program. I'm just using this just to demonstrate something for you here. I'm going to create a cross, and so typically north will be to the top, south is facing downwards, east is to the right, and west is to the left. Typically the degrees for these are 90 degrees for east, 180 degrees for south, 270 for west, and then north is 0/360. Because our compass isn't overly accurate, we're going to just say that if the compass is pointing roughly towards north, so I'm going to split these axes in half and in half again, and let's see if I can't do a little bit of, oh no, undo, Control Z, undo. Let's go back to black. And if our actually, no, if our so if our compass is pointing in, can I get a crayon or something? And if our compass is is pointing inside this segment, then we're going to say the compass is pointing north. Let's use a different color. If it's pointing in this segment, we'll call it east. If it's pointing in this kind of area, oops, that's south. And then hopefully get the idea here. If we're pointing in this area, it's going to be west. So why am I showing you this one? I'm just showing you this because what we need to do is in our code, we need to know what numbers to put in our degrees bit here. So to begin with, let's go back to here. This line coming across it diagonally here would be at 45 degrees. Down here, this one is 90 plus 45 is 135. 180 plus 45 is 225. Oh, down here, 225 degrees. And then 270 plus 45 degrees is 315. And if I just make that small and leave it on the screen, just move it over here because I think my microbit's in the way and I can't see that where I'm doing this. So really all I've done here is I've just helped make a plan to show me what numbers are going to go in my statements over here. And so in this one here it's going to be 45. And we want it to say show string north, and I can test that, but if I turn this back this way, refresh, oh, it's not inside the forever loop, so I need to pop that inside the forever loop, and now press the run button. Now if I rotate we get N appears on our screen. Now at the moment it just goes up once because I haven't coded anything else. So we need to just have a quick look at my picture. So now we want to say if degrees is less than 135, we're going to press east. So we're now going to add another line to an else statement to our if. So we press the plus sign here, and we can I press it twice and it adds the right block in here for me. Then I come up here, duplicate that, put that in there, change that to 135, duplicate that, and pop that in there and change that to east. I like to test as I go along. So there you can see as I move through the degrees, my compass, the text on my microbit changes. So let's do the same again. Let's expand again. And we want to duplicate that again. Oops. Messed that up. And what was that number down there? That was 225. And we want to show south. And then I need to expand again and duplicate again. And 225 now becomes 315. Right there, we'll go west. And you may have noticed that we've got on our diagram here, we haven't coded properly for anything over 315. So what we need to do is the last part of our code down here is simply to bring the north one down here north string, and that will fill the rest of our circle for us. So that will cover. So the first bit of code here covers when the compass is the microbit is between north and 45. This one will then say, is it less than 135? And it will do east, and so on down the page. When it gets to west, if it's less than 315, it's going to say west. And then for that last, to cover for the last bit between 315 degrees and 360, I've put north in at the bottom. Right, let's just test that work, shall we? Stop, reset, and spin it round. It's pointing south, west, north, and so on. Right, there's a little bit of a tricky bit to do with our microbit now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach my microbit to the computer. Remember, the little light just comes on when you turn it in. And I'm going to press the download button to download the code to my microbit. Now this time around it's gone down to my downloads folder, so I need to point to my microbit and then just save it into the microbit. And on the back side you can see the light is winking. Now, something funny happens any minute now, because the microbit needs to be calibrated. And the message on the screen there said tilt to until you fill all the dots. And by that they mean if I pick the microbit up now and just keep tilting it until you get 25 dots on the page. This is so the onboard compass is calibrated. It's a little bit fiddly. Sometimes they don't want to go. Oh, let's start again. So just keep doing it until you can't get into the corners. Come on. You gotta. It's almost like you're playing with liquid. You've got to tilt it so the dot goes into the corner. Now it's going to do its little thing again. We should just have one more left to do on this one. Right, if I can shake it so it goes down to the top corner. And we get a smiley face. When we get a smiley face, that's our code transferred. And if I spin the microbit around, you can see it's going southwest, whoops, east, and then where was north, south, east, west, north. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my external power supply into this. And then take the computer lead out and just rest that on the table. And that's all there is to the coding of this one. So there's a little bit of fiddling around to get your to calibrate the compass. And then there's some coding needed for the degrees on the compass. And I'll just put that up again in case you need a refresher. My little diagram. And that's it. Well, that's finishes today's project. I got my microbit in my hand here. It's changing as I turn it around. Difficult to do with a 3D camera and what have you. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.